Hello and welcome to our Year with the Ears, our daily vlog where we relive our year living in the Walt Disney World Resorts in 2019. Today is day 180.
Today is moving day again. We are leaving our big old one-bedroom villa here at Disney's Beach Club Villas. Kind of sad about that because we had a full kitchen while we were here, but not really that sad because we're going to a club level room now. So don't really need a kitchen when you've got unlimited food while you're club level. So this morning we packed everything up and we did have a little bit of food left from our party a couple nights ago, like frozen chicken tenders and stuff like that. So we went ahead and cooked all of that this morning and ate that for our lunch before we checked out at 11. We called Bell Services, had them come and get all of our bags and transfer them over for us to the Polynesian where we're going. And after we ate our food, they had come and got our bags. We went ahead and left the resort. And to save some money, instead of taking an Uber from Beach Club over to Polynesian, we decided to just take the monorail. So we walked in through Epcot. Again, we all had annual passes, all the way through Epcot to the front, hopped on the monorail to the TTC, and then took the next monorail over to the Polynesian. When we got there to check in, we found out that there is actually a special desk just for club level guests here at the Polynesian. You go to that desk, check in, and then they escort you over to the club level building, which is the Hawaii building right next to the main pool.
We're very excited about this room, not just because it has club level access, but we have a theme park view room. So we are very, very excited to watch the fireworks from Magic Kingdom from our room. Cannot wait to see that later tonight. But until then, we're waiting for our room to be ready. Now today was a very unique day. We only had to wait about an hour till our room was ready. And of course we took our normal detail pictures, 360 pictures. But instead of going live on Facebook, there actually wasn't enough signal for us to do that. This is the first time we truly cannot do a live on Facebook. We actually videoed the entire room tour and premiered it later this evening.
So we have two identical queen-size beds on the other side of the room and the pillows that say Sweet Dreams in like 3 different languages, and I can't remember what they are, but we looked it up at one point. One's Hawaiian, and I don't remember what the others are, but these queen-size beds have these really huge headboards on them. They have lots of detail put into these rooms. I'm really impressed with the theming here. So there's the fake thatch on the back of the headboard here, then there's the carved wood for the posts, and then the lights that have the rope around them, even though it's not really rope. And even all the way over here to this doorway walking over towards the bathroom, they carved these wooden posts and put them all around the doorway for no apparent reason, just for the theming. It's really awesome. So just a little extra level of detail that's pretty cool here. And if you'd like to see that entire tour, it's linked in the description below and up there in the corner. Of course, these rooms are going to be changing very, very soon. They reopen July 19th, 2021 with all new refurbished rooms. And once we have one of those room tours, we will try to remember to come back and link that in the description, but you can always search our channel for that. Now, as soon as we were done with the tour, I sat down in the room and edited this video, got it all done, and started the upload to Facebook because Wi-Fi is kind of weak here. That's why we couldn't do a live video in the first place, and we needed to get it started so it could upload and be done a little bit later on this afternoon or evening. Since that's going to take a few hours to upload, we did the only logical thing and moved on with our day. We got an Uber over to Disney Springs because today they have re-released Avengers Endgame in theaters with some additional bonus content. Now, really, they re-released it so they could get enough box office revenue to surpass Avatar as the highest grossing film of all time. But we'll just say it was for the extra bonus features that came out. And since we're AMC A-list, we get unlimited movies for that one flat price per month. So we went ahead and used one of our reservations and went down there to Disney Springs to watch Avengers Endgame one more time in theaters.
Of course, all 3 of us have already seen this, but I mean, it's such an epic movie. We have no problem with seeing it again. We absolutely loved it. We did have to take the Uber over because with everything going on with doing the room tour, it took us longer than we expected. So we were going to miss seeing the movie, which we did not want to do. So we made it over there, watched the movie, and then took the bus back to Polynesian. Of course, Endgame is so long that by the time it was done and we got the bus over, it's time for dinner. So we did manage to get dinner, and Polynesian Club Level is very unique in that they don't have big portion sizes that you can take or put on your plate. They actually plate the entrees for you in little portion sizes.
Which is great because you get to sample a lot of different little things, But if you're looking for an actual, meal out of all this, you're going to wind up with like 40 little bitty plates on your table from all the different hors d'oeuvres that you've tried.
They had what you'd normally expect at a club level at Disney World, a variety of cheeses, a variety of breads, and of course, vegetables for those who want to eat healthy. And then there's us. I know, we just don't. They also had a couple different salads that looked pretty good, but we're honestly here for the main dishes, and these ended up being delicious. Oh my goodness. The first was a lamb with pea puree, and it looked beautiful. They played it right there in front of you. It looked really, really pretty, and it tasted just as good as it looked because I went back and ended up getting several little plates of these.
And that's because you love lamb. I mean, I liked it too. I don't dislike lamb, but I personally didn't think that one was as good as the shrimp that they had, because they had a spicy shrimp on polenta that had goat cheese in it. That was a great combination because the goat cheese was kind of a creamy, cheesy flavor that really paired well with the spicy shrimp. I love the contrast there. I had several of those. And I also made a trip up to the kids area because at this particular club level, they have their own little kids corner where they have things for any of the little kids or people like us that like to eat like little kids. They had a multi-cheese tortellini with Alfredo sauce there. That one was actually really good. And they're very fancy. They don't just put out a plate of Uncrustables here. They give you a very beautifully arranged sliced Uncrustable assortment that you can choose from and feel like you're not just eating, a PB&J Uncrustable.
I don't know if that's fancy or just saving money, but I'll let you decide.
And of course they had an assortment of drinks there. Besides the sodas they had in the fridge, they had some juices, including Pog juice or Stitch juice.
Of course.
I guess we're at Polynesian, so it's called Stitch juice, but I love the Pog juice, and I have learned to mix that with some Sprite to get the perfect drink, so I enjoyed that. And you can't forget the Nespresso machine. They do, of course, have one here at this club level lounge, and I'll be taking full advantage of that while we're here. Probably not with dinner, but definitely with dessert.
After dinner, we stuck around for dessert because that is another reason we are here in club level, and we're going to enjoy it to our fullest. They, of course, have cookies just like every club level lounge does. They had chocolate chip and oatmeal raisin. Thankfully, they were very well labeled, so there's no confusion there.
Separate
I appreciate
drawers.
that.
Yeah.
That's important. That's very important. We have trust issues there. They also had a mocha tart, which looked really pretty, looked really good. I didn't try it because I don't like coffee, but everyone else seemed to really enjoy it.
Yeah, I liked it. It wasn't as coffee flavored as I expected. It was definitely heavier on the chocolate, but it had that coffee like aftertaste, so not your thing.
They also had brownies, which is a staple at most of the club level lounges, not all. I do appreciate that there's a chocolate option here because when there's no chocolate option, it just makes me sad. Some of us really enjoy chocolate, and I like when they have that. Of course, they have little Mickey heads on top because we're at Disney World. So I scraped those cute little Mickey heads off so that I could enjoy the brownies that they had.
Yeah, it's a hard life when you can't have food coloring at Disney World because they like to make all the desserts so colorful and pretty.
I get that.
Like, the key lime tart, which I really enjoyed, but it's not the natural color it would be. It has a little bit of coloring in there, so Alyssa couldn't try the key lime tart. I really liked them though. And they had a raspberry mousse, which was okay. It was light and kind of fruity and refreshing, but not really that sweet. So it wasn't the dessert I was looking for. I stuck with the key lime tarts and the mocha tarts, along with my Nespresso, of course. I've got to have a little bit of coffee before the night's over.
We then headed back to our room after we finished desserts because we want to watch Happily Ever After from our room. You can watch it from the club level lounge, but it is a piece of glass in the way, and we wanted to watch it from our room. We don't actually have a full balcony. We have a Juliet balcony because we're on the second floor, but that's totally fine. We opened the door, stood there so we could watch the fireworks, and we were near one of the speakers that they play the music from on the beach, so we actually got to hear Happily Ever After while watching the fireworks from our room. It was the coolest experience. I absolutely loved this. My sister got to watch it with us. It was just the best experience, the best way to end the night. Obviously, we love watching Happily Ever After anyway, but getting to watch it from your room is just very comfortable, and we were very grateful that we did get to hear the music along with the fireworks. Once we finished watching Happily Ever After, we did get ready for bed, and that was the end of our day today, so we'll see you tomorrow
For our Year with the Ears.